Welcome to a new episode of Norway Perspectives, brought to you by Norway Relocation Group, supporting individuals and families in relocating to and thriving in Norway with clarity, confidence, and trusted guidance. Today's topic is something every resident of Norway must face, yet it's often misunderstood by newcomers: taxes. Understanding the Norwegian tax system is crucial, whether you're an employee, a student with part-time work, a self-employed freelancer, or the spouse of someone working in Norway. The system may seem complex at first, especially if you're used to different rules in your home country. But it's also one of the most transparent and well-regulated in the world. In this episode, we'll guide you through how taxes are structured in Norway, what you need to do when you first arrive, how to apply for a tax card, what Skatteetaten is and how to use their services, how tax is deducted from your salary, what deductions and benefits you may be eligible for, how to file your annual tax return, what tax class you fall into, and how it impacts your net income, common mistakes and how to avoid penalties, and how your Norwegian language skills, which you can build at NLS Norwegian Language School, play a big role in understanding your tax responsibilities. Let's get started. 1. Who needs to pay taxes in Norway? If you live and work in Norway, you are generally taxable to Norway. That means you are legally required to pay tax on your income, regardless of your citizenship. You may be considered tax resident in Norway if you live in Norway for more than 183 days during a 12-month period, or you live in Norway for more than 270 days during a 36-month period, or you have a permanent residence in Norway and earn income here. If you are here on a short-term work contract or on a student permit with part-time work, you may still have to pay taxes, and you will still need a tax card. It's important to register early and correctly to avoid underpayment, back payments, or fines. 2. Understanding how income tax works in Norway. Norway's income tax system is progressive, meaning the more you earn, the higher percentage of tax you pay. The general structure looks like this: base income tax, around 22%. This is the flat rate national income tax. Bracket tax, trinnskatt, an additional tax depending on income level, applied in stages, known as trinn or steps. Social Security contributions. Most employees pay about 8%, known as trygdeavgift. Municipal tax. This is included in the base tax and varies only slightly by region. So, while the standard total income tax rate is around 30 to 35%. For most people, higher earners may pay closer to 40-45%. However, in return, Norway offers free public health care, heavily subsidized education and childcare, paid parental leave, public pensions, and a high standard of living. It's a high-tax society, but also high benefit and highly transparent. 3. What is a tax card and why do you need one? The tax card, or Skattekort, is a digital document issued by the Norwegian Tax Administration, Skatteetaten, that tells your employer how much tax to deduct from your salary each month. Without it, your employer is legally required to deduct 50% of your income in tax, even if your actual rate should be much lower. As soon as you get a job offer, you should apply for a tax card at Skatteetaten. No. Log in using your national ID number or D number. Submit information about your income and employer. Wait for the digital tax card to be created and automatically sent to your employer. You can update your tax card during the year if your income changes. For example, if you change jobs or go from part-time to full-time. 4. Getting started with Skatteetaten. Skatteetaten is the Norwegian Tax Administration. You will deal with them for income taxes. VAT, if you are self-employed. National insurance contributions, property tax, inheritance tax, and your annual tax return. Their website, skatteetaten.no, is available in English and provides detailed guides. You can apply for a tax card, change your income estimate, download your tax return, skattemelding, pay or view outstanding tax. Contact them for help. Even though much of the system is digital, it helps to understand basic Norwegian terminology. That's why many newcomers choose to take practical Norwegian classes at NLS Norwegian Language School, where real-life topics like taxes, contracts, and housing are integrated into the curriculum. 5. What about self-employed people and freelancers? If you're working for yourself, for example, as a translator, consultant, IT contractor, or artist, you are considered self-employed and must register a sole proprietorship, enkelt personforetak, with the Brønnøysund Register. Keep track of all income and business expenses. File taxes annually and, in some cases, quarterly VAT returns. Pay your own national insurance contributions. You will also need to submit advance tax payments, known as forskuddsskatt, 4 times per year. Keep digital records and possibly register for VAT if your income exceeds 50,000 kroner annually. Many freelancers work in both English and Norwegian, but for contracts, invoices, and tax filings, understanding Norwegian is essential. That's another reason why NLS Norwegian Language School is a critical partner in your professional development. 6. Tax deductions and benefits. The Norwegian tax system allows for certain deductions to reduce your taxable income. Some of the most common include standard deduction for foreign workers, pendlerfradrag, available for the first 2 years of tax residency if you qualify. Commuting deductions, if you travel long distances to work. Interest paid on loans, including student loans or mortgages. Union dues, if you are a member of a registered trade union. Charitable donations, up to a capped amount. To take advantage of these, you'll need to understand how to properly fill in your skattemelding, or annual tax return. 7. Filing your annual tax return. Every year, residents receive a pre-filled tax return from Skatteetaten, usually in March or April. You must review it. Make changes if necessary. Submit it by the deadline, typically in April. If everything is correct, you can simply click to approve. If not, you can log in and edit details, such as additional income deductions, student income, rental income. If you overpaid, you'll get a refund. If you underpaid, you'll receive a payment notice. Many newcomers are nervous about filing for the first time. That's why we recommend 2 things. Take basic Norwegian courses that include practical vocabulary for taxes and finances. Contact Norway Relocation Group or a licensed accountant for a review if your situation is complex. 8. Common mistakes to avoid. Here are the most frequent errors newcomers make in the Norwegian tax system. Not applying for a tax card in time. Failing to update the tax card after a salary increase. Assuming taxes are automatically handled in full. Not checking or understanding the pre-filled tax return. Missing deadlines. Not declaring freelance or second income. Penalties range from interest charges to fines. But most issues are resolved easily if you communicate early and honestly with Skatteetaten. 9. Why Norwegian language skills matter in taxes. Many services in Norway are digital and available in English. But when it comes to tax portals, pre-filled tax documents, paper letters from the tax office, phone calls or appointments, interpreting deductions or filing options. Basic Norwegian language skills make a huge difference. That's why at NLS Norwegian Language School, students don't just learn the grammar. They learn real-world Norwegian for filling out official forms, reading letters from government offices, understanding digital services like Altinn, Nave, and Skatteetaten, writing emails to landlords, employers, or tax authorities. Whether you're A2 or B2 level, NLS helps you become confident in the practical Norwegian that life requires, not just classroom vocabulary. 10. Final thoughts. Taxes are unavoidable, but they don't need to be confusing. With the right information, the right systems, and the right support, managing your taxes in Norway can become just another part of your responsible and successful life here. At Norway Relocation Group, we help clients understand and prepare for life's legal and financial requirements, from ID numbers and housing to school registration and tax expectations. And when it comes to building the language confidence that empowers you to handle these tasks, we always recommend NLS Norwegian Language School. With online and in-person courses, practical Norwegian training, and structured levels from A1 to C1, it's the perfect place to prepare for life in Norway, one sentence at a time. Thanks for listening to Norway Perspectives. Like, subscribe, and share if this episode helped you. And we'll see you in the next one.